and welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday. Today we are going to look at the drop. It's like from a hip key up in the strap and you end in a knee hang. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It does help a lot if you press that button. And if you like what you see, give me a thumb up or send me some feedback. Anything, it's always nice to hear from you. Let's start. To start this move, you want to come into an inverted straddle in the strap. So I suggest, so you need of course two places, you can't just have one. So you just like go with one arm in. It's easiest if you go sideways. Then you turn your hands and you invert into the straddle. I'm going to make sure that the strap is above my hip bones. For me that feels easier, so it's in the soft part, in the squishy part, and not on the bones itself. But this is a little bit probably also how you feel better. For me this will be helpful. Then you decide one knee that you will hang into the strap. Me, I'm going to take my left leg, so I'm bending it and putting it inside the strap like this. The next thing will be that I'm coming above with my hands. So I'm going up, 1, 2, and I'm doing like a pull in my arms to release the weight here, which means I can go roll up into a hip key. So I'm pulling, releasing it, straightening this leg so the strap is sliding into my thigh, and then I'm rolling over into a hip key. So here I am, and now I can grab the hoop like this. This is the starting position, up here. Basically in a hip key with the hands on the hoop. For starting this move, what you can do is to do it slowly with one hand on the top, just to start to learn the pathway. What you have to think about is that your bottom leg, so for me it's my left leg, that was the leg I was hooking in the beginning, is going to be the leg that I'm bending like this. The right leg is going to go to open up into like for the single knee hang. So what you can do is have one hand on the hoop, have the top hand on the strap still, and do it slowly. So you are going to open up, bend the back leg, the bottom leg, and end in the move. So this is the movement. And I recommend that you do it before you start to do it like this, to see where you are ending and what is important. Then you do it again, this time a bit faster. So you're hanging in your left leg or your right leg, that's up to you. Grab up with the left hand if the left leg is in, right hand on top, pull yourself up, straighten both legs, and hip key over. That's it. Then you grab the hoop like this, and once you're going, think about the top leg to go back and the bottom leg, your left leg for me, to bend. So it looks like this. You're bending. This is already the entire move or the entire drop. In the end you can't do it slowly, so you have to load for yourself. Make sure you know the pathway. So do it slowly a few times, see what's happening before you are doing it with both hands on the hoop. Things you should think about. One is have a long enough strap. So this is probably the minimum. This one is 1.5 meters. If it's shorter, it's hard to get in, and it's also hard to have enough space to do the drop. So if it's longer, it gets a little bit easier. The second thing is I'm using a little bit protection because you're catching yourself in the back of the knee. Why have more pain than necessary? You can do it more often if you protect yourself, so put something soft in the back of your knee. You will feel it here as well. I'm having a hip warmer as well because it's you kind of catch yourself in that part. The next thing you should think about is your top leg. When you are going to open up and this leg is bending for the catching yourself in the knee, what's going to happen is the bottom leg is going back. So basically the movement is like this. And the more you anticipate this movement, the nicer it looks. Otherwise it will look like this, and then you go back. So that's just something to think about and to work on while you are getting more sure with the movement. And it will get easier, I promise you. Drops are always scary, so have a mat, do all the safety precautions that you need in order to feel safe. And well, tag me with your try of it. You find me on Instagram, it's Karin Odermatt Coach. And I'm always happy to see you guys succeed, so just go for it. And yeah, Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching all the videos, and I really hope they help you on your journey, and see you next Wednesday for a new tutorial. Bye!